everybody know everything. Everybody know everything, so I mean, everybody the same. All these chiefs, no Indians, right? Everybody's a leader. Everybody know everything. Oh, I'm the one that I want to be somebody in hell. Come on, man. That's why most of us say he hate you because you prideful and you poor. You got to have humility. That's what this is all about. Break down those barriers of Willie Lynch. You walk around with Willie Lynch writing the truth. Writing the truth. Say you got the spirit of the most. You got the spirit of the damn white man. How he programmed you to think against your brother. How you go to sleep at night? I wonder how brothers go to sleep at night without coming up with some old heinous madness against another brother or sisters. Sitting back thinking about how I don't like her. I don't like him. I don't like this. How you go to sleep at night? How you rest comfortably? When you sit up here coming with all these different accusations against a man of the Most High or a sister of the Most High, an elder and an elder, or those that's bringing forth this truth and gave their life to this truth and always finding fault in everybody that's trying to bring it to you. How's that? And we as elders have our condition that we got to go by, and the Most High going to deal with us if we don't get it right. And it's about bringing our people together, not separating our people. Or you going to be that multitude that's born in vain, regardless of what you know. The Pharisees knew the law. They were very well versed in what Mashiach Yahushua brought forth in this earth. The understanding of the law and the prophets. They were very much versed in that. Who was challenging them? Them same spirits right on the earth right now. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, the elders, chief high priests. All them spirits are right here trying to come up in this wicked world. The Zealots, the Essenes, all these different spirits are coming back right now. The Jezebels, the witches, the warlocks, the ones he was casting demons out, they right here now. Worse than ever. Worse than any time on the earth. And y'all walking around like everything is cool. And they plotting all the time against us every single day. We sit up here plotting against each other. That's why they laugh. They put out, the Klan put out literature. Just threw it down from a plane. Thank you, niggers, for killing each other. We love you. Look at Chicago. All the bloodshed, brothers waking up in the morning. All the people that's dead there are wounded. Just straight stupidity. That's why you look at it, when the Most High said, let the multitude perish that was born in vain. Think about all the people that's being just murdered unjustly. But our people, you can blame the white man all you want to, but he ain't the one that's doing it. He ain't the one. I just seen a brother trying to rape his grandmother. Now what the hell is that about? Gonna rape his grandmother. So many people been molested and so forth of our people. They ain't been around no crackers, no white people. They've been around you wicked ass Israelites. That's what they've been around. That's who raised them. Our wicked people. Ain't good for nothing. That's why the Most High gonna burn them up. They deserve to be thrown in the lake of fire. Bunch of wicked people. We only got so much time, I'll tell you that now. Ain't but so much time, you're going to see. You're going to see. Ecclesiasticus 8 and 8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease. With ease. This shouldn't be a hard thing to do. Miss not the discourse of the elders. Some people just overlook it. Ain't no big deal, whatever. For what these scriptures is about. You should be able to go into the scriptures and give an answer from all that you've been given. You should be able to give you a test. You should be able to say, go here, go there. Okay, even if you got to take your notes and find the answers. You should know this. What you here for? I mean, what you here for? You online, you here in the flesh. I mean, what you here for? You got to have some means to be able to say, okay, well, let me go here, let me find what you say. Okay, boom, that's talking about this, boom, let's go here, bam, let's do this and do that, do that. You give an answer. Or you wasting your time and my time too. And first and foremost, the Most High's time. Who really want to know what the Most High feel about this, that, whatever, whatever? A lot of you probably won't do it because you know you done get the answer already. And now you're going to say, well, I gave you that this day or that day or this day, this class, that class, whatever it was that you've been given. So you should already know. You know how to conduct yourself, how to do righteously and be in order with the Most High. That's all this is about. We got to be in order with the Most High. Instruction. What we hearing tonight? Instruction. Right? Instruction. Instruction, just like I tell people out there on the street. I bet y'all got instruction. Y'all want to hear the Most High's law. They tell you they're under the Most High's laws, right? I bet y'all going to stop at that stop sign. I bet y'all, come on, walk across the street now. In front of these cars. Ain't no cars coming. Come on, anyway, y'all stop at the light. Come on across the street. Ain't no cars coming. Y'all going to wait till that light turn red and the little man come up there to see the little man and say you can walk to walk. Ain't no cops around nothing. They just program. We just program right now to do exactly what the white man have us do. But when it comes to the Most High's instructions and his laws, how he wants us to be, preparing ourselves for the kingdom, we rehearsing right now. There's going to come a time that this rehearsal going to be over and the Most High going to send for them hunters. And when he send for the hunters, he's going to come and he's going to be cutting off heads straight up. Heads going to be rolling. Mashiach Yahushua said in Luke 19:27, said, but those mine enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, bring them in front of him, and slay them before me. You think that's not going to happen? That's going to happen. Don't play with this. This is serious. Verse 9, Ecclesiastes 8 and 9. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth. Give answer from where? From the Bible. For what you have learned from the elders. To give an answer from the Bible. Not your own vain opinion, but according to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. His word. To clean someone up. How you going to clean them up if you don't deal with the Most High's word? Even if it's not, you don't remember the scripture verbatim, at least you're giving it to them so that it's the Spirit of the Most High within you that help them to see. Rather than give them your own vain opinion. How you feel. No, I better not say nothing because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. The heck with your feelings. You think the Most High care about your feelings? You think the Most High really care about our feelings, how we feel? That's what John said. The Most High can raise up some stones to be his people. He don't need us. And what if it ain't our generation? When you sit in your lot, wherever you're going to be at, wherever we're going to be at, if somebody else come in the earth and the Most High raised them up, where they have the spiritual power, they have all kind of things happening in their world because they have been born in a world where we bring it in now, but they have all this to go on, to look at, to examine, and want to know the truth. Raised in the truth. Not coming out of the world, coming to this truth, and always got to be dissecting yourself continually when they born in the truth. This baby's born in the truth right now. Growing up in the truth. They have to come out of the world to come into this. And all the time be purging all this madness out of themselves. Like we got to do that. If you don't, then you crazy. You off. Because we continually got to purge out this negative and the wickedness that's in this world out of ourselves. That we can be on point according to the word of the Most High. But the longer you live, the more you know to see this is right and this is wrong. What was the results of what he did? Oh, he went to jail. Okay, what's the result of what he did? Oh, he got sick. What's the result of what she did? Oh, she ended up not being with her man. I mean, all these things, we look at how everything operates, it's the same cycle going over and over and over again, just different generations. That's all it is, just different generations. And the more we see, like we said, the longer you live to be in tune, not being out of tune, not being, I ain't talking about no damn squares. I ain't talking about no L7s. We talking about somebody that knows what's happening in the world. Paying attention. Paying attention to what's going on, especially for our people. Not for somebody else, man, because who cares? They doing their thing. They doing just what they supposed to do. All the guys of the nations are what? Idols. They following idolatry. And what we doing? We want to learn the way of the heathen. That's why everybody want to bring them in. I ain't seen no heathens that's putting down Caesar Borgia yet. You got brothers talking about that's idolatry to even bring it out. And our people got that in their church, in their house, everywhere. Look on TV, you see them, the old, what was that, JJ, what was that, that show they, JJ Walker? Good Times. When he said, hey, when he drew the picture of black Mashiach Yahushua, and what Esther Rose say? Oh, no, we done had this in our house all this time. Take that down. Put Caesar Borgia back up there for everybody to see. Sanford and Son had him on there. He had a series where he was talking about we the Jews. You see what I'm saying? So they put it in our face. It's just a matter of you don't know, you don't know. But they still laughing at us. Because what difference do it make? They say, these Negroes not going to see it. They ain't going to see it. And they didn't see it. How many people know now? You try to tell them now, they still against it. Ecclesiasticus, the 6th chapter, we're going to start at the 32nd verse. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. You hear that? My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. If you willing, you shall be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be puted. You shall be wise if you apply your mind. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. But if you like to run your mouth, you will receive nothing but a big mouth. One more time. Ecclesiasticus 6 and 32. My son, if thou wilt, if you willing, thou shalt be taught. So everybody has to be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, if you're willing to apply your mind, thou shalt be puted. You got to be wise. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow down thy ear, thou shalt be wise. That's why listening is an art and responsibility. If you listen, you can learn to be wise, he said. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Be willing to hear every righteous discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. Hear that? But if you already have it, then what's the point? And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes, that means quickly, unto him. And let thy foot wear the steps of his door. You're supposed to be coming to learn. Wherever it is that you're going to be at, as far as this understanding, you want supposed to just say, wear the steps of his door out. Be there to get this understanding. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Most High, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart, and give thee wisdom as thine own, at thine own desire. But if you have a desire, why should he give you wisdom and you don't really have a desire for it? I look at, I figure everybody got it. Ecclesiasticus 11 and 8. It says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause. So you can't really give an answer until you heard everything that's going to be presented to you. It says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. So you're supposed to be interrupting men as they're speaking. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. So some things don't concern you, it ain't none of your business. That's what he's saying. Some things ain't none of your business. And sit not in judgment with sinners. Yeah, you sit up here making a judgment with sinners. And they talking about some wicked stuff. You sit amongst them, you ain't nothing but like them. My son, meddle not with many matters. For if thou meddle much, you meddling in this and meddling in that, thou shalt not be innocent. You ain't going to be innocent. You will be guilty of something. They're going to put your name right in with it. Whatever it is. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain. Neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. No matter if you leave, whatever, you're still going to be involved in this. Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. See, a wise judge is going to instruct his people what to do. And the government of a prudent, which is a wise man, is well ordered, is well in order. That's what it's about, order. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And that's real. Just like whoever it was in Bellflower, they hit that rip off, all of them was together with it. They all went to jail. It says, as they say, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. It's very important. The wisdom of them that are in authority, the city gonna be inhabited. Ecclesiastes 14 and 1. It says, blessed is the man that hath not slipped with his mouth, and is not pricked with the multitude of sins. You know? So, that means you have to be on point as much as possible. That's why I say, blessed is the man that has not slipped with his mouth, saying the wrong thing, assuming, accusing, lying, all these things. And it's not pricked with the multitude of sins, because that's sins. That's why you got to think about what's right and wrong before you do what you do or say what you say. You got to know. Because if you sin and then the Most High, all that's going to the books to be against you and say when the Most High going to judge you. Just because he's long-suffering, that's what it said. Just because he ain't came and brought that judgment yet, don't mean that he's not. And when he bring it to you suffering, you say, why me? Why me? Because of all the things that we have done. If it's righteous, then you ain't got to worry about it. But you got to always look at something, we all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. So when you think you all righteous and all that stuff, then something wrong with you. You won't ever be trying to get better because you're already there, right? If you're all righteous, then how you going to get better? If you're already telling them, I'm righteous. That's why people are all lost with these preachers. When they find out they did something, they trip out. They flip out because they think that, they don't elevate this man to be somewhere where he ain't never been. Mashiach Yahushua came on the earth and didn't sin. Everybody sinned. It's just about trying to do better, trying to get it right. Trying to get it right. And the only way you're going to get it right is to know the word of the Most High and follow it. The only way. Hebrews 10:24. Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Hear that? And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. But a lot of people don't know what love is. They don't understand love. They don't understand love. What's love? What's love? Provoke unto love. So it's quiet tonight.
Keeping the commandments and being justified in most of your life.
2 John 1:6.
All right. Let's go to John 14:15. Khan, you're right, sir. Appreciate that. Mashiach Yahushua said, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's the first love you got to have. The keeping of the commandments. But how do you keep the commandments if you don't know the commandments? How do you keep the commandments if you don't know the Most High's laws? How are you going to serve the Most High? You don't even know what he said, serve me, and how to serve me. He teaches how to serve him. But if you don't know how to serve him, how are you going to serve him? 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. People supposed to be feeling sad about doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High. People be like, you bring the law, oh, why you got to go there? They look at you like you done did something wrong. When you try to show them what's right. A lot of times, you know, I say that you got to live for the present to the future. How many people really understand that? Some people just living for the day. 2 John 6 verse. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that, as ye have heard from the beginning, all the way back to Leviticus 19th chapter, you should walk in it. And throughout the laws of Moses that he gave us. For many deceivers, many devils are entered into the world, who confess not that a Mashiach Yahushua is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver, this is a devil, and an anti-Mashiach. That's why it says, look to yourselves, that we lose not those things which we have wrought, but that we receive a full reward. Don't you want this full reward? That's what I want. I want the full reward. I don't want no piece of a reward, because that ain't nothing. That's what we're working toward. That's why it's very important. Very important. Go back to Hebrews, 10th chapter, 24th verse. Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. So a lot of people, they forsake this. So when you forsake the assembling of yourselves together, and you've been called into a certain congregation, you sinning. So I say, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the matter of some is. So you're going to follow the ones that's doing this? So the ones that don't want to come to class, they don't want to come together, they don't want to send themselves together, for whatever reason, everybody going to be like you. So well, we can't even come together. Waste time to come together. Because everybody like, I ain't going to class, I ain't going to deal with that, I ain't got to deal with that. For whatever reason, said not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the matter of some is, but exhorting one. How you exhort someone if you ain't around? As so much the more as ye see the day approaching. That day is approaching. It's approaching. But you're going to wait till the Most High bring his wrath down. He allows Satan to bring his wrath down, then wonder what to do. What am I do now? I don't know what to do. And all you have is your surroundings around you, wherever you are, whatever city you in, wherever you at, to depend on the people around you. They're supposed to be depending on you. You're supposed to be the Holy One. They know you as the Hebrew Israelite. Now what you gonna do when they come for you? They're gonna be looking towards you. What we supposed to do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Or you gonna be running with them? For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. So Mashiach Yahushua ain't going to the Most High on your behalf. You got the devil complaining about you all the time. All the time. The devil complaining about you. Telling the Most High. And his imps. His little ministers. Going to the Most High and saying, you see what they did? You see what they did? Because Mashiach Yahushua says, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. So Mashiach Yahushua ain't going to the Most High on your behalf. When you say, that's what he's talking about. And what are you talking about? Coming together. You know, because we used to go to the scripture by itself. But look what he's bringing it with. Assembling ourselves together, exhorting one another. More as you see the day approaching. Verse 27 says, but a certain fearful looking for of judgment and fiery indignation. Because he come with that fire. Which shall devour the adversaries. The enemies of Mashiach Yahushua. Those that don't want to follow the rules and regulations that the Most High has set down for us to follow. Second Thessalonians 5:12. No, wait a minute. First Thessalonians. First Thessalonians 5:12. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua, and admonish you. So, it's amazing to me. I'm going to read this again. It's amazing to me how people, everybody's the same. But yet still, it says, and we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, and are over you in Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua, and admonish you, meaning telling you what's right and what's wrong, or tell you that you off. And to esteem them very highly, in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves. It would say, be at peace among yourselves. And to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, for the work that they're doing. Not we all the same. We ain't all the same. Everybody's not the same. and be at peace among yourselves. He wants us to be at peace among ourselves. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly. When somebody's out of order, comfort the feeble-minded, the ones that's feeble-minded. Support the weak. Be patient toward all men. This is what we're supposed to be doing. See that none render evil for evil. But it isn't me, I'm going to get them back. Unto any man, it says, I'm going to read it to you again. See that none render evil for evil. Unto any man. But ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men. Talking to Israel now. We talking about we got to get it together for our nation before we go outside talking about any other person, people. Because we the ones that's messed up. We the ones need this is who. That's why the Most High bringing it to us. Because He know how we're gonna be. We was like that then, and we like that now. What's the difference? This is the nature of what we've been doing. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. When we gonna learn? When them chariots come and start killing people, or before He release the devil, release His wrath, and you start seeing people falling down dead, then the Most High gets our attention. That's why we're going over those laws. If you've been online and you're looking at those laws, as we go through them laws, the Most High be killing. Then He wakes us up. Then we quiet to the Most High then. Why the Most High got to kill so many people before we realize?